She was warm, open, connected. Then suddenly she pulled away. Fewer messages. Less emotion. More distance. And you are left replaying every moment, wondering what changed. This is one of the most confusing experiences a man can face. And it is not random. It is psychological. When a woman pulls away after getting close, it feels personal. It feels like rejection. But most of the time it has nothing to do with your worth. It has everything to do with emotional safety and attraction dynamics. At the beginning she felt excitement, curiosity, emotional chemistry. You were calm, present, grounded. She leaned in because she felt something real. Then closeness happened. Emotional intensity increased. Expectations formed. And her nervous system reacted. Here is the truth most men never hear. Emotional closeness activates different instincts in men and women. For a man, closeness often creates certainty. For a woman, closeness often creates vulnerability. Vulnerability can feel unsafe if she is not emotionally secure within herself. When she starts to feel deeply connected, she also starts to feel exposed. Her emotions are now involved. Her identity is involved. Her fear of loss is involved. And if she has unresolved emotional patterns, her first instinct is not to lean further in. It is to pull back to regain control. This is not manipulation. This is self-protection. Women are wired to sense emotional shifts faster than men. She feels the intensity rising before you consciously notice it. And when intensity rises too fast, her subconscious asks a dangerous question. What happens if I lose myself here? If she has a history of emotional pain, abandonment, or disappointment, closeness triggers old memories. Her mind associates intimacy with risk, even if you did nothing wrong. So, she creates distance. Not because she stopped feeling, but because she felt too much too soon. Another reason she pulls away is loss of polarity. Attraction thrives on emotional contrast, mystery, movement. When a man becomes emotionally over-available too quickly, the dynamic shifts. She feels chased instead of choosing, needed instead of desired. This does not mean you were weak. It means you cared. But attraction requires balance. When her emotional investment feels heavier than her sense of freedom, she steps back to breathe. Women are deeply attracted to men who are emotionally present but not emotionally dependent. When your happiness seems to hinge on her response, her nervous system feels pressure. Pressure kills attraction. She pulls away to reduce that pressure. There is also a biological factor few men understand. Emotional bonding releases oxytocin. Oxytocin increases attachment but also increases anxiety in people with avoidant tendencies. If she has avoidant patterns, closeness feels suffocating even when she wants it. So, her mind creates distance to calm her system. This is why pulling away often happens right after a deep conversation, a vulnerable moment, or an intimate experience. Those moments increase emotional bonding. And bonding triggers fear in someone who is not fully secure. Now here is the mistake most men make. They chase. They explain. They ask what went wrong. They send long messages trying to fix the distance. This confirms her fear. From her perspective, your pursuit says, I need you to feel okay. That shifts the emotional power. And attraction fades further. The strongest response when a woman pulls away is not withdrawal or confrontation. It is grounded stability. You remain calm, centered, focused on your life. You do not punish. You do not beg. You do not disappear emotionally. You simply stop chasing. This allows her nervous system to settle. Distance reduces pressure. And when pressure fades, curiosity often returns. Another deep reason she pulls away is internal conflict. She may feel desire and fear at the same time. She may want connection but also independence. When those forces clash, she resolves it by creating space. This is not something you can talk her out of. It is something she must feel through. Men often believe consistency creates attraction. Consistency creates trust. But attraction needs tension, growth, purpose, direction. When your life energy is focused forward, she feels pulled toward you naturally. A man with purpose does not anchor his emotional state to a woman's behavior. That emotional independence is magnetic. If she pulls away and you remain steady, you communicate strength without words. You show that closeness with you is safe. That you are not controlled by fear. That you are not trying to own her emotions. And safety is what allows her to return. Sometimes she pulls away because she is testing. Not consciously, but emotionally. She wants to see if you will lose yourself. If you will react with insecurity. If you will become someone different. Your response teaches her who you are. When you stay grounded, she learns that closeness with you does not mean chaos. It means calm. There is also timing. Not every connection is meant to deepen at the same speed. If she is dealing with stress, family issues, career pressure, or emotional healing, she may not have space for closeness even if attraction exists. This is not rejection. It is capacity. The mistake is assuming her distance means you must fix something. Often the healthiest move is to allow space without resentment. Attraction is not built through force. It is built through emotional resonance. A woman moves closer when she feels free to choose you. Not when she feels managed or monitored. Here is the mindset shift that changes everything. Her pulling away is information. Not an emergency. It reveals her emotional structure. Her attachment style. Her readiness. And it gives you clarity. You are not here to convince. You are here to observe and respond with self-respect. When you chase someone who pulls away, you tell them you will abandon yourself for connection. When you stay grounded, you show that connection with you is a choice, not a necessity. And that is powerful. Sometimes she comes back. Sometimes she does not. Both outcomes protect your dignity. Because the real goal is not to keep someone who is unsure. The goal is to be the man who remains solid regardless of uncertainty. That strength changes how women experience you. If she returns to a man who did not collapse. Who did not pressure. Who did not lose direction. If she does not return, you still win. Because you stayed aligned with yourself. Emotional maturity is knowing when to step forward and when to stay still. The paradox is simple. The more you allow space, the safer closeness feels. The more you try to control closeness, the faster it disappears. Women pull away after getting close because closeness exposes truth. And truth requires strength to handle. Become that strength.